morning. Good morning, and welcome to the Failure Stop Breakdown, the #1 show for police-related breakdowns. We've got a big case today. A captain shot and left behind by rookie officer, but I am about to rage bait today. This is an accumulation of breakdowns that I've been doing, and I'm finally over it. Like, I'm done. I got to get it off my chest, and then we can move on from all this. Like, I feel like I've been beating around the bush for a long time now, and I just need to come out and say it. I just need to come out and get all of it off my chest, and then we'll let society play the cards from there. So I'm going to show you my hand, and then you can show me your hand. Whatever. Today's show is brought to you by rangerup.com. Promo code Eric Tanzi, all caps, on all one word, Eric Tanzi. Promo code. They've got all the newest, coolest law enforcement t-shirts, cool guy stuff from back in the old days. We're going old school. I'm back on the creative team over there. Not back on it. I'm actually on it now. Like, I'm on the creative team for Ranger Up. I'm designing some of the shirts. I'm doing most of the social media over there right now. And so we're going back with that OG awesome style, which actually kind of ties in today's show. So it's actually kind of appropriate. And today's show is brought to you by Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story, the most insane, craziest cop book ever written. That's absolutely the funniest, darkest book you've ever read in your life. And it's actually a true story, but it's just a comedy. Don't take it too seriously. It's a seriously funny true story. And then also we have Sheepdog Holsters. Sheepdog Holsters. Customize your holster for the holidays. This is an outside the waistband holster for my Glock 19 with the flashlight holster there. But I had it customized with the logo of my book, Pig Latin. They also do inside the waistbands. If you didn't know, I've got a Sydney Sweeney holster that they put a nice beautiful picture of Sydney Sweeney on there for me. And then I've got the Vans one because, skateboard culture, big part of my life. So now I've got the outside, the over the chest rig with the Vans. And I'm use that one. I do a lot of search and recovery, search and rescue stuff around the state of North Carolina. And so a lot of times, I'm obviously I'm going to carry a gun because if I run into a looter or a bear or whatever, definitely going to have an arm. But I have a lot of gear on. I'm also in the water a lot on these things. And so the chest rig really helps me because it keeps everything above the water, but I don't want to look threatening. I don't want to look like I'm there. I want to be there as a peaceful person that's here to help in every way. So my gun is just important as my tourniquet, as is important as my radio, so that we can get you insulin or whatever it is that you can't get because you're flooded into your house, or baby food or whatever it is. And so I think the fun, flirty Vans chest rig keeps it fun and flirty for me because it kind of it's like, oh, he's got a gun, but also this guy's kind of chill. He's kind of cool. So head over to Sheepdog Holsters today and get you a gun holster that says to everybody what you needed to say. I don't know. They have some really cool ones. They've got some Trump ones. They've got some USA ones, Punisher ones, if that's what you're into. They got some thin blue line ones, or, you can do anything. You can get your wife's picture of your wife's face on your holster if you wanted to. Literally anything that you can think of, they can put it on a cool Kydex holster. And doesn't that look really cool? And it just looks so clean and so fresh. It's really, really nice. So let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. We'll play a little intro and then we'll get to it.
The growing calls across the nation to defund the police.
To end policing as we know it.
Off the charts violence in New York City. 11 people shot in just 8 hours on Sunday.
This is about the police officers who every single day put on that uniform and they run towards danger when we run away from it.
Guns up and giddy up. We got a live chat today. Joni, Murphy, 530, round 5 out. L school for being a police officer. It's starting to fill up and grow as we keep going. Looks like Nitchkin from across the pond. Tyler S. Im as it continues to grow. Thank you guys. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. Low Ren, I see you. Good to see you guys in the live chats. I'll just start really quick. Somebody said, what kind of search and rescue? Like rescuing drowning victims? So I was on the Youngsville dive recovery team. And actually they changed the name from rescue to recovery, because by the time you deploy, by the time you get to the station, you get the trailer, you get the divers, you get everything that you need, and you get to the scene, you're probably recovering them at that point. However, I was on the first rescue that they'd had in over 20 years, where a car went off an overpass into a flooded river and then was swept downriver, but the car never fully submerged. And so the guy was holding on to the roof. And so we were able to get out there on the boat, do a little swiftwater rescue, get him back to safety. And then we had to send our divers down to, he said his mother was in the car. We actually contacted the mother and she was never in the car. So I think the guy was having like a little mental episode there. But we actually did do a lot of stuff, but a lot of times we do plane recoveries when the planes miss the runways over at the Raleigh-Durham airport. They'll, the smaller aircraft, the private aircraft will crash into the lake about 2-3 times a year. So we usually get called out for that. And then we have a lot of flash flooding. So yes, we do a lot of getting to the flash flood area. And then it's walking the trails, trying to stay dry and trying to find, like, is this person swept down and holding on to a log? Are they still alive? Have they been killed? Do we have to find their body? Also dive and recover evidence. If somebody chucks a gun over a bridge, we might dive down there and get that. So I was on that team for a little while. And now I just volunteer with multiple different non-government organizations that I now work with the big hurricanes in Helene. And so we were out there for days. So anyway, hopefully that clears that up for you there, Abby. Abby says she scuba dives. That's awesome. Yeah. You could probably, I don't know if they have a dive recovery team in New York, but they're always looking for divers. So you could go and try out. Actually, the tryout was way harder than I ever thought it was going to be. Oh, that's a big problem in my life. I always think that I'm just in good enough shape for any tryout, and then I show up. It was a mile fin that we had to do in a certain amount of time. I can't remember what the time was. I made it within like 3 seconds of the time and was like physically exhausted. And then we had to tread water with no fins and a 5-pound weight over your head for 13 minutes. And dude, I was like cramping and if the weight went in under the water, then you failed. So you had to tread water with one hand, with this weights above your head for 13 minutes. It's the longest 13 minutes of my life. I don't know if you've ever just sat there and spun your legs for 13 minutes after you've done a 1 mile fin, but it's ridiculous. And then you have to do a swim out and you have to get somebody with no life preserver and swim them back. That's like 50 feet or something. But again, it's like an eternity. So anyway, take it how you want it. But yes, in all of those scenarios, I'm always going to have a gun with me. And again, I don't know if I'm shooting a water moccasin. I don't know if I'm shooting a crazy person, but I'm probably shooting like a bear or a cougar or what. I don't know. But I don't go into any situation really without a gun. And I believe that if you're on a search and rescue or search and recovery, my philosophy is that I want to look as safety or as caring as I can be. I don't want to look menacing. So I like to wear bright colors where everybody else is kind of wearing camouflage. I might wear a camouflage top and bottom only because of the quality of the fabric, but over top of me is going to be like a very bright colored vest, life preserver vest. I'm going to have a goofy, silly hat on or something like that because I want to show people that I'm here to help you and not, you don't need to be afraid of me or scared of me. I'm not like some kind of paramilitary force that's coming to put martial law upon you. Does that make sense? But also at the same time, if I need to get to work, I'll do that too. Because I think a big part of helping people is being capable to help them in every scenario. You know what I mean? If they need a tourniquet, I have a tourniquet. If they need to get a bear off of them, then I have a gun or bear mace. I don't have bear mace. I don't carry that. I will shoot the bear. I will never mace an animal. I will just shoot it. I'm not trusting the mace. I don't know. Everybody has their way of doing things. That's my way of doing things. So anyway, yeah, I like the chest rig because it keeps, like I said, it keeps that gun way up here. I can also put the gun underneath on my chest, underneath my life vest, and you can't even see the gun, but I can still pull it out from between my life vest, which is pretty cool. But just in the fact that I take the life vest off and my gun's there, I've got this like cutesy Vans logoed out custom sheepdog holster, which I think is pretty cool. All right, let's get into it. I promised you guys a rage bait, and rage bait we will. Pete Hegseth, whether you like it or you don't, gave a speech. If you take the politics out of the speech, what you think about Pete Hegseth, it has to happen. Like, if this would have been Kamala Harris, I said we're getting rid of the beard profile. We're getting rid of this soft shoe bullshit. We're getting rid of these fatties. We're getting rid of the multi-hair colored, the crazy fingernails. I would have been like Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris. I would have 100% been on board for that. I would have been on board for that. You have to, like, the basic function of our military, like, if you break it down to its simplest form, discipline is the wheel that drives the machine. Without discipline, if the wheels are falling off of the apparatus, you now just have a dead weight that is very difficult for society to carry. That's what our military has become. It's virtually a dead weighted apparatus that doesn't work. The wheels have literally fallen off. If you say literally, I hate you. It's literally have fallen off. And over the course of the last 15, 20 years, we have watched the wheels fall off. And when we talk about like, don't ask, don't tell, that was amazing. Don't ask, don't tell shouldn't have applied to just gays. Don't ask, don't tell applies to any way that you identify yourself. If you're a redneck, we didn't ask you. We don't need to know. If you're a surf bum from California, bruh, we didn't ask and you don't need to tell. If you are a vegan, we didn't ask and you shouldn't tell. Nobody gives a shit what you are in the United States military, and we don't care. You are a military soldier. You are a soldier. You're an airman. You're a space cadet. You're whatever. You're a Marine. That's all you are. And that's all you should be. Again, here we go. Perfect example of the sheepdogs. I know that's cheesy, but listen, stay with me here. The warriors trying to speak the language of the actual sheep. Here we have the Marine. Well, actually, I love Dexter Pitts from I Am Pitts. He said it the best. I even heard one Marine complain about this. They don't care. They're like, what do you mean? Like, what are you guys talking about standards? You guys haven't had the same standard all the time. I get it, right? Tyler S says, what's an E4? E for effort. Laugh my ass off. Yes, E4 Mafia. Love the E4 Mafia. Red in the chat says, if you do jujitsu, we don't ask and you shouldn't tell. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, good. You win. You win, Red. You win. Actually, Red's father just sent me a DM and invited me hunting. Little scared though, because I feel like I said a lot of nasty things about Red in my book. And now the dad is like, hey man, you want to come on a hunt with me? So I don't know if this guy's going to murder me like out in the woods. And he'd be like, what did you call my daughter? Pow, pow, pow. You know? But anyway, I digress. Let me go back. Nobody cares. Don't ask, don't tell. Once we got rid of don't ask, don't tell, and people started talking gay. Isn't that crazy how there were dudes that we served with in the military who talk like regular guys? But then once don't ask, don't tell comes out, the flamboyancy comes back almost as if it's an act, which I've always said is like, why are there no like Yankee gays anymore? Like, why don't we see Yankee gays? Why are they all California Valley Girl gays? Like, oh my guys, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, you weren't just born like kind of like redneck gay, like, hey guys, you want me to finger blast your butt? How? You know, it's always like, oh my gosh, they were like born with some kind of California Valley Girl gay in them. I don't know. But my point is that you're not allowed to talk redneck. You're not allowed to talk gangster. You're not allowed to talk Ebonics. You're not allowed to talk Cubano or whatever you call it. You were expected 20 years ago, you were expected to talk like a soldier. You acted like a soldier. You talked like a soldier. You didn't drag your feet. You didn't slur. You know, you tried not to use coarse language in front of civilians. There were rules. There was an etiquette. There was the wheel that held the apparatus together, and it was called discipline. Discipline. It's gone now. It's coming back, but it was gone for a while. Law enforcement and first responders are doing the same, but on a much worse scale. We are allowing anybody to become police officers, and that's terrible. We're allowing anybody to just be a firefighter, and that is terrible. There are certain things you can do, and there are certain things that people cannot do. And why are we putting people in positions that we know that they will fail at when those positions directly impact life or death? I want to show you these videos. I got a couple. Listen, I had some cool guy videos. Not going to show the cool guy videos today. I want to show you the last video that we're going to show today is kind of a cool guy video. So that's where I'm going to go from here. One, you guys are law enforcement officers. You are at war. Talked about it last week. Stop denying it. You're in a war. Everybody hates you. The politicians hate you. The far left hates you. The far right hates you. The libertarians hate you. The gang members hate you. And everybody is empowered by the other. And so lawlessness is at the doorstep. It's literally, we're living the thin blue line analogy every single day. I pulled this video. I wanted to show you this one. This is from Street Cop Training video. I just want to set the tone that you guys are at war. This has been happening. It's happening on a bigger scale. A lot of cops have told me this happens. It's happened to me. I was on a traffic stop one time and a gang member drove by in their car and they fired rounds out the window and left because they were trying to divert us from the car that had all the weight in it to go chase them. And so that car can lose and we lose both of them inevitably. You have to have discipline, but you have to know what's going on. And you have to admit that you're in a war. Check this out. This is from Street Cop Training. I'd like you to pay attention to this video and just, I need your help in the chats. I need your help in the chats because maybe I have it wrong. Maybe I have this all wrong. Red, if you're still in the chats, let me know. Let me, what do you notice between the cops in this scenario here? By the way, this is for you guys, the audio listeners, 99% of you, this is a drive-by shooting. The cops are at a house. They're knocking on the door. A car drives up behind them and unloads a few rounds onto them, which is insane. But it's happening more and more. Because why? Because you are at war and everybody hates you, and you should show up every day ready to rage, knowing that everybody hates you and that there are a few that love you, but they're going to have to prove that they love you, and they will, because that's what love does. Love finds a way. Love finds a way. The hate just will blast you. I want to, in the chats, help me out here. What do you notice in the video between the two officers?
Come on, shots fired on the... Come on, shots fired on the...
All right. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't want to say left hand mic hand, maybe. That is a big pet peeve of mine. Like, stop using. What's the mic in the wrong side? I love the wolf pack here. You guys, you all just made my day. I'm crying. Like, I got tears in my eyes. Am I doing my job? The mic was on the right. You guys are noticing the microphone hand. This is incredible. That's not what I was even close to talking about, but I freaking love. I love the fact that I harp so much about radio usage and mic usage that you guys have already just honed in on what. Now I have to go back and look. I didn't even see what hand is his mic in. Let's see. Oh, you're right. He does switch. Now, listen, before the shots are fired, he was using his left hand. Watch, before the shots were fired, he was using his left hand. Look, right there. See his hand up there? That's where his mic's at. He's got the left hand. After the shots, you're right. He switches back to his gun hand to talk on the radio. Interesting. No, that's not what I was going to say. Well, my point here is that one cop got back up and got to work. And one cop did not. Where's the other cop? Where's the other fucking cop? Guys, where's the other fucking cop in this video? Well, I'll tell you where the other cop is. It's over there fucking screaming and hiding behind the rock pillar. It's insanity. Let me show you another video because it's not just girls. It's not just girl cops. There's going to be a lot of hate. And in the comments on the actual video that we're going to show today, it's all female officer hate. I don't hate female cops at all. I don't. I actually loathe any cop that should not be a cop. And it's not that I don't like them as a human being. It's just, it's reckless for them to be cops. Let me show you another video. I love this video. This one right here is going to come from, I just want to give everybody the credit that they're due. This is actually coming from Andreas.Belton on Instagram. Andreas, ANDRES.BELTON. Andreas Belton on Instagram. Let me play this for you.
He got tactical twinks on the...
Hold on. Here we go. Let's play from the beginning. Let's give this some context here.
Hey, people always ask me, Officer Jensen, how do I fix a door? Well, I don't know how to fix a door. My name's not Officer Jensen. My name's Officer...
They got tactical twinks on the force now. In what situation would you ever call this guy in? What would constitute a code twink? To come arrest all the smaller twinks? How many tiny twinks are you guys arresting? That you needed a specialist. Look, you call me old school, but I just think if you're going to be a cop, you probably should be able to not be distracted by glitter. Or, knocked over by a well-timed fart. That's all I'm saying.
Guys, what are we doing? I agree. Why are we hiring this guy to be a cop? Maybe he's got a Rudy moment. Maybe he's got a big heart. I hope so. I hope this fucking dude's like a fucking brown belt in jiu-jitsu and been training Muay Thai his whole life. He's not, because you could just tell a dude that trains hard and that is a warrior would have indicators. This dude had no indicators that he is doing anything when you need him to do it the most. When evil is knocking at the door, this Officer Jensen, he's not coming to save you. Bless his heart. I'm sure he's a cool cat. I'm sure he's a cool guy. And this feels mean. And I don't like to be mean. I really don't. But I told you guys I needed to get this off my chest, because this is life or death. This is who's going to save my wife and my kids when evil is at the door. And it's not this guy. It's not. And guess what? Because we've done this to ourselves and we've allowed ourselves to have zero discipline in our hiring, zero discipline in the way that we run our social media, zero discipline in the way we hold officers to a certain standard, the society is laughing at us and we have lost all respect. The classrooms have lost respect because the teachers have stopped caring and they've been allowed to stop caring. And so now the students rule the roost because bad parents. And now teachers that don't give a shit. I don't even blame the teachers at this point. The wheels have fallen off of the apparatus. And now it's all just dead weight. And because you have dead weights like Officer Twink or Officer, I'm going to go hide behind the brick wall when it's time to actually do work. We now have cops like the one I'm going to show in today's breakdown that have to go to work every freaking day carrying dead fucking weight. Yes, you are dead fucking weight. If you are not dangerous as a law enforcement officer, then you are worthless. You have no meaning in the profession, point blank, period. You park ranger cops, you community cops, if you are not dangerous, you are worthless. You have no worth on the streets as a law enforcement officer. Society says you do, they're fucking wrong. You don't. Become dangerous and then go and do those other things. And then we can talk about your worth and what your value is. But you are just a charade walking around. If you are not dangerous, if you're one of these community police officers, these school resource officers that doesn't train, that doesn't have the mindset of a warrior, you are dead weight walking around that school. You are just as worthless as the teacher who doesn't give a shit what happens in that classroom or not and allows the kids to just throw chairs and everything. Don't get me wrong. There are amazing school resource officers. There are amazing teachers. The teachers is a noble profession. Law enforcement is a noble profession. That's not what I'm saying. Don't read between the lines. No, actually do read between the lines. Read between the lines. Use some critical thinking of what I'm trying to say here, because if we can't be honest about this situation, then we cannot fix it. We have to be honest. And I'm trying not to be an asshole. I'm really not trying to be mean. But if you're a female cop and you are not a dangerous female cop, then you're a worthless female cop. I didn't have to worry about Red. I never had to worry if Red was going to be able to get me out of some shit or not. It never even crossed my mind. When Red was with me, I never even had to wander. It was just like her, Sirius, Bruno, or Jace. Red was just another one of those. I knew no matter what, I'd be okay. We would do the best we could. And that's pretty fucking good. But we did have another female officer who was awesome. She was great, but she had her heart moved to the center of her chest so she could fire a shotgun. She weighed 60 pounds. I did not want her to check in with me ever. Not because I didn't like her, not because I don't think she's a cool person, but there's literally nothing she can do but get in my way. Literally nothing she can do but getting on my way. Unless she's like expert at working the the radio traffic for me, I don't need her. There's nothing she can help me do. Well, what about if she's a good shooter? Sure, if we're in a shooting scenario, then yeah, I'll take any gun that, anybody that can fire a gun, but that's not usually the scenario. And if we have gun violence, then I want the person that's there to be able to drag me to safety, or that's going to come up the stairs and be able to take a threat down and not leave me by myself. We got to get rid of these fat, disgusting, undisciplined people out of law enforcement. It's got to go because your life depends on it. My life depends on it. Civilians' lives literally depend on these things. And we're fine with it because we don't want to be mean, or we, like I said, I want to get all peach head Seth up in here because this is important to me, guys. This is fucking important. I'm going to play one more video before we get to our breakdown. Look at this bullshit.
Assaulted.
Wait, I want to give credit where credit's due here before I jump into this. This is coming from Wealthy Manship. Wealthy Manship on Instagram. That's WEALTHYMANSHIP. Wealthy Manship on Instagram. I'm going to play this video for you. Here you go.
Aggravated assault by a deadly weapon. Pulled point blank at my fucking... Why are you looking at me?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Pulled point blank in between my eyeballs.
Okay.
These boys...
Do you mind just not having your hands in your pockets for me?
Oh, I have nothing in here.
Okay,
We don't have anything. Okay. But these boys just were harassing me down the road. They don't know what we just been through in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
I don't need some boys sitting here
running off the road. Assaulting us, imitating us.
Okay.
I'm done letting men sit here and think they can do whatever the they want.
Okay.
Honestly, I would take her as a cop. She seems like she's got the confidence to be a cop. Like, I'm a woman, and I'm not going to let a man tell me what to do and run me off the road. I spit all over the place. All right, hold on. This is going to escort.
We're not done here.
Yes, we are.
Stop your fucking yelling.
Don't fucking yell at me, bitch.
Stop your fucking yelling at me. She matches, bro. She straight goes, you fucking stop yelling at me. Sign her up.
Talk to both parties. Okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, then we are done here.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we are
Thank
not.
you.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we were assaulted.
We're not done here.
Yes, we are.
Stop your fucking yelling.
Don't fucking yell at me, bitch.
No, you're here, officer. You're here, officer. You're here, officer.
What are we doing here? What are we fucking doing here? You're a grown man. You're a cop. You're a law enforcement officer, and you cannot handle business? You can't. That woman's not already on her face with your knee in her spine and her hands yoked behind your back. What are you freaking doing, bro? This is embarrassing. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of rage bait. Here we go. Like I'm tired. I'm tired of watching these videos of if you are not dangerous, you're fucking worthless. Leave the profession. Please, you're dead weight. I would rather carry this fucking machine with no wheels myself than have you walking around this apparatus just being in my fucking way. Get the fuck out of the profession or go train. One of the two. Go train. Go get off your fucking ass and go train. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. Oh, I served fucking 5 years in the army. Yeah, and you didn't do shit there. You didn't grapple in the army. You know you didn't. You didn't pursue combatives in the Marine Corps. You know you didn't. Stop hiding behind it. Stop. Here's the funny thing is, I watched Red take dudes down twice this woman's size. I don't think she trained all that much. She's strong as fuck though. But she had a mindset that could carry her past her training. I think if you really want to be safe, training and mindset, like we need to have both. But at least Red and the rest of the guys I worked with paid attention in basic scat. This is not basic scat. This is you're getting your ass whooped by a woman.
I have a head injury. Get your
Turn on your
hands off
on your
of me.
stomach.
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
You.
Turn on your fucking stomach.
Don't talk to me like that. You. Get off of her. Get off of her. I have a fucking head injury. She has a fucking head injury. Stop talking to me and touching me.
Get on your stomach.
No, bitch. Get off of me. Get off of me.
So,
Could have put that knee right on her fat belly. That'd have been the end of that. She would have rolled over real quick. Basics, guys. Basic stuff. We shouldn't be having all these videos of cops not being able to handle business in the streets. You're at war. Nobody's listening to you. You're at war. Nobody likes you. The fat lesbians don't like you. The fucking, maybe the hockey players like you. Hockey players are usually pretty dope. The Subaru drivers don't like you. The far right, racist extremists don't fucking like you. The far left, Antifa, fascists, they don't like you. Sovereign citizens don't like you. Bloods don't like you. Crips don't like you. Hells Angels don't like you. All the fake motorcycle patch clubs don't like you. You are at war. And you should go every day knowing that it's time to rage and that your number is going to be called in the lottery of this 30-year career that you chose, and your number is coming up. And if you don't have the training or the mindset to show up when your number is called, then you're going to be on one of these fucking videos. And then we're going to be making fun of you, and it's going to feel shitty. I'm going to feel shitty for having to watch these videos and think all these nasty thoughts about you because you're probably a cool person. You're probably a dude I'd probably even want to have beer and pizza with and watch a sports thing with. But I don't want to work with you in law enforcement. Somebody said, we go to the chats and then we're going to get into today's breakdown. Red can take me down, Lázaro Lopez says. She's too much for you. She's too much for you, Lázaro. I'm telling you right now. Abby Ellsworth says, so now why does he need to detain them until he gets the other party's statement? I don't know. It kind of like, it depends like on how far the assault went. It sounds like they showed up to a hockey arena and there might be some trespassing forms that need to be signed. It sounds like if you watch the whole video, the kid says that she follows them to the hockey arena and goes inside the hockey arena. They got verbal with the referee. I read in the chats. I don't know the whole story. Point is that when it's time to work, you should be able to like no cop should be having to do whatever arm drag that is, which is, that's just, I don't know what that was or what that technique was. It wasn't a technique. That was like Leroy Jenkins. And it was like, luckily, like very luckily effective, but not really effective. And then now we're having this battle on the ground while you have the other Subaru driver, who knows what she's looking for. It could be a tire iron. She might have a little 380 tucked up in there. You don't know, but now we're having to fight, Fatty McGee over here. Why her Subaru girlfriend is looking for who God knows what, when like literally 6 months of 2 days a week training, you would have had that chick flopped over on her stomach and in handcuffs in seconds, and it wouldn't be that embarrassing. Anyway, I'm not going to beat that dead horse. That technique is called lack of training. Absolutely right. I think it was like an attempted arm drag, but there was no arm drag. Me and Tansy would be great partners from Lázaro Lopez. We would have been. It would have made for a great sitcom, and internal affairs would have been very busy. So, Vera Karnov says, good morning. Good morning. All right, let's get into today's chat. Again, if you want a cool guy shirt, and I would say before you buy the cool guy shirts on rangerup.com, make sure that you are living up to the cool guy standard. Like, don't be walking around with like, these crazy cool guy shirts if you're not even prepared to be a cool guy. You know what I mean? It's more than just a shirt. Head over to Ranger Up. Use the promo code Eric Tansy. Now there is a thin blue line flag shirt. Anybody can wear that. If you support LEO, wear it. Like I'm saying, if you're like as I walk through the valley, I will fear no evil because I am the evilest thing in the valley. Whatever. If you're gonna order those shirts, like make sure you're freaking, you're not a fat cop. Make sure you're a dangerous cop. All right. Head over to rangerup.com. Use the promo code Eric Tanzi, all caps. And then also don't forget in this little commercial break, Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story available everywhere. Most of you guys have already bought. I shipped out all the books, 3/4 of the books. All the books that you guys sent me addresses to are out. Nightkin, I got to figure out yours. That's going to cost me like a fuck ton of money, dude. Like I just sent one stack of books of like 5 books to Canada, $80. American dollars, but I'll figure it out. We'll get those out this week. Yes, definitely not a cop shirt. I think you could wear that. It doesn't matter what size you are. Definitely not a cop shirt. That's a fun one. That is a fun one. I like that. I also like the one that says I was left unsupervised. I think that's a really funny shirt. But head over, if you guys have ordered the book Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story, go and leave a 5-star or 4-star, 3-star, whatever. Leave a rating and review if you would on Amazon. That's very, very important for the Amazon algorithm. Please do that for me. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you haven't got the book yet, it is chugging right along. We've got another big giant meeting today following this podcast, which I'm going to play this for you right now. And then I'm going to jump out of here as early as I can. So we're going to finish this up. Let's go ahead and play the actual breakdown for today. And then I'm going to rage and then we'll move on with our lives. Now, this video, the audio will start in about 26 seconds. It's a cop. It looks like he is riding in the passenger seat. He's a captain. This is in Vermont, and he has a partner. The 2 partners are walking into a 2-story duplex-looking house. It's snowy. It's wintry. They're walking up together. The captain looks fit. Okay. The captain looks like any captain, he's over 40. So he's carrying around that 40-year-old dad, but listen, he's got his campaign hat on. It's tight. He's got his shirt stays on. His uniform looks all one color. It's not faded. It's not wrinkled. He doesn't look like a fat piece of shit. Could he be in better shape? Probably. But look, it's hard. It is hard. I'm not asking for perfection. What I'm asking for is some resemblance of discipline. And this guy looks like he has that. One, he's a captain and he's on the street doing work. So he's got some kind of grit. And we're going to see a lot more grit from him. But that's what we see in this first. The audio is going to pick up here in 3, 2, 1, 0. He's knocking on the door. Here we go with the audio. What we have here for you audio listeners is a very dark house. Walk in the front door, you're met with a mud room followed by a staircase that leads up. There's a dog barking, and that's really all you can do. There's a mud room on the bottom, and then so he's forced to go up the stairs. The stairs are very narrow. They're very wooden. And again, it's very dark in there, ominous, not like definitely just on appearance alone. Your adrenaline is already starting to kind of rise a little bit. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button.
What's going on?
Oh, shit! Oh, my God! Flashbang! 687, 680, we have flashbangs going off me! Cap.
Are you guys kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Is anybody watching this in the chats? Can you hear it on the audio? Let me tell you what's going on. The captain walks up. He goes, he gets to the top of the stairs. She gets to the top of the stairs. He gets shot. She turns around, runs halfway down the stairs, almost 3/4 of the way downstairs. Then she pulls out her gun, and then she begins to cry on the radio. Like full on, we're having a meltdown here. We're having a meltdown. Listen to the radio traffic here.
Shit! Oh, my God!
By the way, why are we not putting rounds in that doorway on the way down? I don't know. I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback. Shit can get crazy really fast. Fight or flight can kick in, and you don't know unless you're in a situation. You have no idea if you would fight or you would flight. I'm not going to bang her here. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not saying that is it the right thing to do? No. Is it something that it's 50-50? Sure. It's not her fault. Listen, gunshot goes off, you get the fuck out of the way and try, like, I get that. But that once that fight or flight response, which you should have trained out of your brain, like you should mentally prepare for this so that you're not this, but also at some point when you've chosen flight and to seek cover, we've got to turn it on. We have to turn it on. You have to be confident. You have to be deadly. You have to be in the freaking moment. Be here now. That's not what we get. That's not what we're getting from these officers. That's another fucking gunshot. Her captain is up there. They just got shot. And now there's another gunshot going off. And here she is, still running away.
687, 680, we have flashbangs going off me. Captain's up there. Captain's up there. Come on.
Do you see all the other officers? Is anybody else fucking just like, dude, I'm a 10 right now. I'm rage. I'm like out of control right now. Do you see the other officers just fucking standing there? Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's covering the window in case this dude wants to start shooting down on them. Nobody's trying to get to their captain who's been shot. You've got Pretty Princess running up and down stairs. At least she's doing something. At least she's attempting to do something. She's crying on the radio. And then she's trying to get into the fight or flight because she hasn't mentally prepared herself for this battle. Not her fault, probably. Probably the department's fault because they don't teach a warrior mindset. His shit hasn't flipped a switch. Red would never do this. Red would never fucking do this. Red would have been like, okay, I need to get on the radio. She probably would have put rounds in there. She would have moved out to a window. There's 1,000 things I could have bet you that Red would have done. Crying on the radio wouldn't be one of them. I also wouldn't count that the other 3 partners that I worked with on a nightly basis would stand at the door like lumps on a log.
Get down.
Need a fucking ambulance. You need an ambulance.
680, we need an ambulance now.
I also want you to notice that Captain's been shot. He's made his own way down the stairs. She's now following him, back turned to the stairs. And guess what other 2 fucking goons do? Watch this. I think the one guy's got his taser out.
Get down.
Need a fucking ambulance. You need an ambulance.
Okay, no, he doesn't. It's a holstered taser. Watch this officer right here with the neon green taser. Watch it. Watch what he does. By the way, homegirl is following, so her back's turned towards the staircase. Watch this. Where does his flashlight go? Somebody in the chats help me. Where's his flashlight at right now? Where's his fucking flashlight at? Yes, his flashlight is following the wounded officer. So where's his back? If he's turned, where's his back? Yeah, his back is towards the enemy. Nobody's watching the stairs. Nobody's watching the fucking stairs.
Is it my son? 87, watch out the windows. Out of the windows. 687, continue. We need an ambulance.
Look at this guy. Look at this other cop. Here's third cop. Where's he looking? Where's he at? He's not looking at the door. He's looking at Captain too. The captain is the only guy here with balls. The captain's the only guy. No wonder this fucking captain's out on the street. And I'm sorry I'm being so mean on today's episode. I'm usually not like this. But no wonder the captain is going up there because he's surrounded by incompetence. He's surrounded by absolute pussies. You guys are absolute pussies. No, there's not one warrior in here except this fucking captain. Why isn't this fucking asshole at least got his gun and flashlight up to the window? By the way, when they're going up the stairs, that's why we have strobes on our flashlights. Never walk up the stairs or go around these like things with just a big giant light. It's because they're going to shoot the light. So, that you like at least try to confuse them in some way. I'm not saying it's the end all be all and this is going to like keep him from getting shot, but at least it creates a little bit of confusion. But like every light should be in that window, ready to engage that window. Somebody should be watching that door. Somebody should be watching the window, and fucking Pretty Princess should be shutting the fuck up and getting the car started with the heater on or something. But that's not what we have going here. We have just a whole bag of fucking non-warrior pussies trying to do the police work. Man, if you're not dangerous, you're in the way. This is what I mean. You're all in the fucking way.
Where are you? How are you hit with a flashbang or bullet?
Well, in the face.
87680, do a copy. We need an ambulance.
You need an ambulance? You have a cop standing right there without his face blown off. How about get in the fucking car? How about drive?
Sit down. Here. Hold on. Sit down. We're going to the hospital. Come on, sit down.
Oh, shot in the fucking arm.
Sit.
Go. Just go.
87680, I'm good. 48 he's hit. Unlock it.
She can't even get her door unlocked. He's calmer than she is. And I hear no communication for the other officers. I don't hear anybody. I don't hear any of the officers yelling, let me see your hands. You know, like, I don't hear any other radio traffic. Like, what the fuck is going on? Somebody brought up a good point. Maybe the captain was training. I don't know why a captain's training somebody. That's weird. Captains usually are very, very high ranked. They're usually a watch commander. It is odd. I guess I probably do need more context. But I would be so mad right now. I got shot and the person that's supposed to have my back ran away like a little bitch and now is screaming and crying on the radio. And I got two other chuckleheads that are just watching all this happen, not doing a fucking thing, not covering the window, not covering the stairwell, not trying to help unlock the doors, not trying to do medical aid, not working the radio, just standing there like worthless. Like,
Are you hit? Stay. You need a tourniquet.
Just go.
Are the lights on?
Are our lights on? What are you talking about? Why are you fucking around? What are you doing? Why are you touching everything? Why are you touching the what? Like, just put the car in drive and go. What are you doing? What is she still doing? This is a complete meltdown. This is a complete meltdown. Now we're gonna make tones and whistles with our car. Why? You can't drive without that?
Why is it so turned off? What do you need? I'll do it on my portable.
He's literally trying to talk on the radio, and she is interrupting him.
I got it. I'm transporting the
Slow the fuck down.
No, we're fine.
Hospital on the right.
We're fine.
Hospital.
Paul's gonna take the interstate.
No.
You're gonna argue with the captain? Oh my God. Dead weight. Guys, get the fuck out of the profession. Girls, get the fuck out of the profession. This is what you signed up for. When your number's called, it's your turn. This is an embarrassment. And you know I don't do this on this show. In 5 years, this is the first time I've ever done this. The first time, but I'm over it, dude. Like, I'm over it.
Okay, give me the mic. A2 hit. I'm taking him to the hospital. I got it.
Oh my God.
Which arm? Left?
Both in the face.
I can't believe you got it.
Don't crash.
I'm not gonna crash. I'm a good driver. It's fine. I got us.
Stop.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Well, driving is fine. It's okay. I got it. Is your body cam still on? Want it off?
Just go.
We have one inside as far as we know with a weapon. 10-4.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Just go. Just let go.
No, I'm not.
Just let go. Don't.
Like, he's even fed up. Like, he's even pissed off. He's like, just fucking don't touch me. Just let me go. Let me fucking go. She's like she's like,
Jason Gray. He's been shot.
I got shot.
A couple of times. Been shot.
and now we have everybody running away from him. Like, that's great. Like, that's what I want to see when I get to the hospital. Everybody running the fuck away from me.
Everywhere.
I don't know. A couple went off.
And we're gonna end it right there. And I'm gonna close this up really quick. I see in the chats we have some people that say like, she's doing better than the guys who just stood there. That's from Joni. Sure. Okay, we'll give her that. Let me remove this real quick. Okay, I got it. Deadleg says, credit where credit is due. She did show up to work. She did answer the call, and even complete shutdown. She knew she had to get the boss to help. Okay, I'll give you that. Good driver. Okay, give you that. At least she is getting confidence in something. All right. Maybe she's new. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this, guys. Let me ask you all this. Everybody's got an excuse, and that's great. Yeah, maybe all those things. Why is it that every video that I just showed you, that's the level of cops that we have? All of those videos I showed you Officer Twink. What the fuck is that? I showed you the other video where one cop gets up to do work and the other one's still hiding. I showed you another video where a guy can't even take down a Subaru driver. It's not just this one scenario. It's not this one girl. Like, you should not have to go to work and be like, you should not be the one that does all the work and does all the training and know that no matter what happens, that person behind you is you're just going to have to hope and pray that they're a good driver, or you're going to hope and pray that they get the confidence, or you're going to have to hope and pray. Like, wouldn't you rather show up to work with a bunch of warriors, with a bunch of crusaders, with a bunch of dudes who have sheathed a sword that are willing to draw that sword at any moment and actually get to work? That when the bullets in the fight, like, I will tell you right now, 100%, I don't know how it would act in that conversation. I don't know if Red would have ran down the stairs or not, but I'll tell you this. She would have ran down the stairs once and she would have came back up there and there would have probably been a hail of bullets, maybe even through the fucking floor. I don't know. I never would have had to worry. I wouldn't have to worry about her driving. I wouldn't have to tell her to slow down. I wouldn't have to tell her to do any of those things. Even as a rookie, I would not have to do that. Because mentally, we used to have a warrior mindset. We used to have some semblance of discipline. We used the uniform used to stand for something. You were like a knight in shining armor. And now all I see is a bunch of dead weight, a bunch of fat cops walking around schools. Like, who are you fucking protecting? And if this is you, if this hurts, fix yourself. It's not too late. Every day you can get better. Every day, it literally, you can get your mindset training in fucking 4 hours. Watch the Patriot. Get up 2 hours earlier and watch the Patriot. Watch, I don't know, get up 4 hours earlier and watch Braveheart. I don't know. You can get your mind right. Listen to Rob Bailey and the Hunter Standard. That doesn't take anything. It doesn't take a lot of effort to dry fire and to holster and unholster before you go to work. Those are things that you can do minimum. Diet a little bit. Stop putting shit in your mouth. Maybe you don't have time to run. That's fair. Maybe you don't have time to go to the gym. That's fair. You want to be a good family. That's fine. Then stop fucking putting shit in your mouth. Stop putting fucking chips and sodas and Monsters and donuts and ho-hos and cupcakes and all the bullshit in your mouth. Stop. When you walk in the station and fucking Joe Schmuckatelli, civilian, left a box of donuts, doesn't mean you have to fucking eat one. Just because the whole squad's going to Chick-fil-A doesn't mean you have to do that. Have some fucking discipline. Have some fucking discipline. Be the person that you signed up to be. I got a really big meeting in the next 5 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. We should not have to question if we are going to be left alone to die by a bunch of incompetent losers standing at the bottom of some fucking stairs. And I'm law enforcement's biggest fan, and I love everybody. And like I said, those cops down there, I'd probably have a beer with them and have some pizza with them, but gosh darn it, that does not give me any confidence. I don't want those guys coming to save me. and I'm not even a cop anymore, but like, I don't want, like, if there's a bad dude in my house and I've got my family, like this guy, I don't want those fucking guys. And they're just going to stand there with their backs towards the door. If they're not going to find anything tactical to do in any way, shape, or form. I don't understand how you can be in that situation and the first thing that goes to your brain is find something to do. I don't know how you just go to that call and stand in the doorway and just be in the way as your captain comes down covered in fucking blood. I don't know how you watch your captain come down the stairs by himself and you haven't met him halfway and firemen's carried him the rest of the way down. I don't know. It would have been very difficult. I cannot think of a scenario where I would have stood there with my flashlight out and my thumb in my ass. Yes, at least the girl did something. Kudos to her. And maybe she was a rookie. Maybe. I don't want to go to work with, I don't have confidence in my rookie. I don't want to go to work and have to wonder if my rookie is going to do that. That's a shitty way to be a cop. That's a shitty way that when you're a captain and you've been shot multiple times and your face blown off, that you have to still tell somebody how to drive because you can't even trust that they know how to drive under stress. They haven't. That's because they weren't called the N-word in the academy. They weren't stressed out and made uncomfortable as all get out in the academy. I was literally ripped to shreds where I had a man try to get underneath my skin in the academy, like going as hard as into telling like my kids were going to fucking get murdered because of my incompetence. Like, because he wanted me to be so stressed out before I went into this scenario. And now they don't do that stuff anymore. So that when you get to a call like this, you can just be a complete basket case your first time. This shit should have came out in the academy. All right, that's it. Guns up, giddy up, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. I love women cops. It has nothing to do with women cops. It has nothing to do with being like, I don't like fat people. I don't mind fat people. I've been fat. Not a problem. I don't want people in the service industry, the service members industry to be fat and out of shape and worthless. I want you all to be dangerous. I want you guys to be trained. I want you guys to be healthy so that you can do what you showed up to do. I want you to be that superhero that everyone wants you to be. And if I have to call you fat right now to get your fucking mind right, then you're fat. Fucking fix it. I don't hate you, but I hate you in uniform. Be that person. When you show up in uniform, maybe you are a little fat right now and you're working on it. That doesn't mean you have to have a shitty uniform that's not fucking crisp and clean and cut and tailored correctly. That doesn't show all of your roles. That's not wrinkly and stinky and disheveled. There's a difference in acting fat and being fat as well. You've heard me preach on that. Maybe you're a twink. Get bigger. Get fucking bigger. Hit the creatine. Hit the gym. Get angry. I don't want you to come to save me. You're not going to fight me. That dude's not going to fight me. If I'm coming to your house to do evil, that cop's not stopping me from doing anything that I want to you. You're fucked. He's not going to stop me. Get motivated, guys. Be better. Be fucking better. Guns up, giddy up. See you guys next week.